Forgiveness is the key to action and freedom. Hannah Arendt. Grand Rising. To my first time viewers, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To the returning viewers, hello, friends, and thank you for your continued support. We make mistakes. Other people make mistakes. We do things to others, others do things to us. There's an actual experience that can be trivial or even traumatic. We add to the suffering with judgment, anger, and blame. It's sometimes referred to as adding a second arrow after being struck by a first. Something unpleasant happens, but then we add more to the experience. With forgiveness, we make amends when needed, but let go of the extra baggage. We give ourselves the same benefit of the doubt we offer a close friend. Today, I invite you to join me in a guided meditation to foster forgiveness. Explore this mindfulness practice to let go of the tendency to add to suffering during challenging situations. But before we start the meditation, I would like for you to take this time to hit the thumbs up button because it does affect the algorithms and it alerts other like minded people to come follow our platform. Thank you in advance. Let's begin. Find yourself a comfortable posture or take a moment lying on the floor or on the bed. Bring your attention to the physical sensation of breathing. Noting whatever is grabbing your attention or whatever you're feeling now. And without judgment, bringing your attention back to the rising and falling of your breath. Picture something that comes to mind that you judge yourself for. Maybe you feel regret or irritation or sadness. Notice how it feels, even bringing it to mind. Then focus on these three phrases, not forcing anything, but setting an intention. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. Bring your attention back again to the rising and falling of your breath. And repeat the phrases. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. For a few moments, instead of the breath, use these phrases as a focus for your attention. This type of practice may become too painful. At any time, without judging yourself, come back and focus on the breath. Allow yourself to settle and return when you're ready, now or maybe sometime in the future. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. Our mind naturally holds onto instances where we feel mistreated by others. They may be experiences that were entirely wrong or traumatic or that concretely required our attention or action. At the same time, we can practice avoiding the second arrow. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and to others. Letting go of the tendency to add resentment and judgment in everything related to challenging and unpleasant situations. Again, if it's too much to consider, return to breathing, or if you prefer, focusing on compassion for yourself instead. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and to others. Practices of this kind can be quite challenging. So, in these last few moments, on each in breath, noticing and accepting whatever you feel right now, on each out breath, as you would for a close friend, offering yourself relief or freedom or strength or whatever first comes to mind. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body, straightening up your spine if you need to, releasing any tension in your face, your body, and connecting with the peace, with the freedom that is in this moment. When you are ready, open your eyes fully content and at peace. Namaste. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean being passive or not taking action. It doesn't mean standing down when you need to protect ourselves or someone else from harm. Do what needs to be done. That might mean taking a pause, settling the mind, and trying to see things as clearly as possible before taking skillful action. Continue to practice forgiveness over and over again, letting go of whatever holds you back. I hope you enjoyed this guided meditation. If you liked today's meditation and haven't done so, please click the like button. Our next live guided meditation will be tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels. All right. I see you on YouTube. Making sure. I see Miss Pat. The first thing I could see, because I see what you guys are talking to me on this beautiful Monday morning. Miss Pat says, Happy New Week, Monday meditation fam. Yes, and I'm loving the emojis. Grand rising to you, Miss Pat. I see the sound chaplain on here, and she says, Grand Monday rising meditation besties. I love it. Hashtag forgiveness, hashtag release, hashtag love. And I'm loving those emojis too. And you know that anchor and the butterfly stands out, and the orange heart. I was going to wear orange. I was about to say orange. I was about to wear orange shirt today, but it was a little wrinkly and I was already running late. So I'll remember to press it tomorrow before coming on, and I'll wear it tomorrow. Miss Pat also reminding us to click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Click the like, click the like, click the like button right now. Thank you for that, Miss Pat. She telling us to comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because it will help with our algorithm. I love it. Miss Pat continues on. I really enjoyed all the pictures and things that you posted up over the weekend. Yes. Oh gosh, I got up this morning. I'm like, oh my God, it's Monday morning already, the start of another work week. My weekend was full. But I'm glad. Thank you for following me, Miss Pat. Thank you for your likes and your comments. So I did attend a No Kings rally in my area, and it went well. And I was curious, so I did some research because the key to change, especially during this time, is for us to find our courage, to find our speech, to speak up, but to speak up and act non-violently. And I forgot the numbers. I don't want to misquote, but there was millions. I think they say 7 million people, over 7 million people came out in different locations throughout the nation. And there was zero zero protest related arrest. So we did it. And in my book, that alone is a successful protest. We came out, and I must tell you, and I'm sorry if I'm going a little off the topic, but it really does fall in with the theme of forgiveness. It felt good. I initially wasn't going to go. I debated on going. Two of my friends inspired me to go, and I'm glad I did because, and I mentioned this in my message yesterday at Unity of Miami Gardens, that at this time, or any challenging time, whether it's politically related, whether it's your relational, family, whatever, community is going to get us through these challenging times. And I felt part of a community of like-minded people, of unconditional love in action. And sometimes, and I'm gonna speak personal, sometimes I'm like, oh, what can I do during this point? Sometimes you feel helpless. And that being part of the movement was a huge morale booster for me. So thank you for that, Miss Pat. Yeah, I posted pictures and videos. And then yesterday, as I stated, I delivered my third message at Unity of Miami Gardens, and that went well as also. Miss Pat continues on. I really like the one when you were in Fort Lauderdale for the Kings thing. It was a lot of people. Yes. And I posted it on my TikTok. And I don't, as y'all know, I try not to get political, but during the current climate, you can't help but to be a little political. We all have to be a little political if you disagree with how things are being done and ran. And where was I going with it? Yes. So one of the things the ops was saying prior to the protest was that there wasn't going to be that many people showing up. And the rally I attended was one of the small ones. And for a small gathering, we had over 800 people in attendance. When I posted it on my TikTok, I don't really get too many haters, but when I posted just a 30-second clip of me being there, one of the organizers was speaking, the haters came out in droves. And one of the comments I got was, I can't remember the exact words. What I do remember is they making the comment about to all 10 of you. So I don't always go back, but I was like, I'm going to correct these people because one, I really feel a lot of them are ignorant. A lot of them are regurgitating what they're hearing without research. So I had to let that individual know, first of all, thank you and correction. 800 people. So thank you for that. On IG, thank you all for allowing me to just not vent, but express a little extra today. On IG, I have the Sound Chaplain on both platforms, and she says, happy forgiveness, everyone. Hashtag freedom. Hashtag let go. More good hashtags. Thank you for the activity on both platforms. Sound Chaplain. Miss Pat is also on both platforms. Thank you, ladies, for the activity on both platforms. As Miss Pat says, Grand Rising, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. And Sound Chaplain says, thank you for singing. You know, when I see that by Miss Pat, I know it's a sign that she wants me to sing it. So I'm glad y'all like it when I sing. I keep saying I need to incorporate more songs into our little sessions together. All right, this concludes today's practice. Thank you very much for your participation. Make it a terrific day. Peace and blessings. Mwah.